And we're in there, huh?
Oh, yeah? How about that?
Catchy little number.
Wow. We're actually there.
Wasn't even ready.
For sure.
Neither was I, really.
You know for sure.
Shit.
Sure. How do you know for sure? How do you ever really know?
How
You're one
do
of
you
us.
ever really know?
Sure. How do you ever really know?
We rolling on here?
I think so.
How about that? Like things are going. So.
I think finally we had so many technical difficulties, it was unbelievable.
Really know.
It truly was.
Really know.
You got Owl back there? Or he stopped playing after all that?
You're one of us.
I don't hear Al. I hear the intro music though.
He was. I don't see him. Oh,
No.
see him in there a little bit now. He's in there playing some Doors. What's up, everybody?
Welcome.
I think we're back. Trying to be.
Right. New numbering system and all
Man.
for the Outhouse podcast. That was a whirlwind that you didn't get to see. But we got to see it here. But we're on here now, and that's what matters.
That.
Oh, who's touching
Damn,
stuff?
Don't. Oh well.
I don't know.
No chat tonight.
Oh, we don't have a chat tonight?
Well, it should have been already.
Oh, we're not signed in?
It usually... I don't know. It usually opens up on its own unless you hit the thing.
Like, are we on the phone? Like, can you see us playing on here live?
Yeah, you'll be able to see it on the phone, but we won't be able to read it here. The only reason you got to sign in is if you got a message, and we don't message from here, so we just leave it go. So I don't know how to sign it in from there. Yeah, you'll be able to see it on the phone, but
look at that. We're on there, so that's what matters.
Let me get on there in case somebody does get in the chat. Bye.
All right.
Where is that?
Man, you can tell we've been practicing it, have this wrist go without any hitch at all, and no, actually we didn't practice. So that's this thing with live.
And remember, the views and opinions expressed by the following individuals. By the individuals in the following program do not necessarily reflect those of the Outhouse podcast, its affiliates, or even its guests. Is there somebody? Oh, there's Chris Waldron from the Stone Roadie Show. What's up, man? At least somebody's out there.
Headphones are going out.
Been friends with Craig for a while. What's up, bro? Glad you're sitting in with us. At least somebody's there. We had trouble getting there. We were supposed to be there at 8, but we had audio problems, video problems, me problems.
Man.
I had to do what Craig says, I had to tighten up. Tighten up. So what's going on, everybody? We were supposed to have a guest too, but she ended up not showing up either. So typical.
My headphones sound like robots.
111. Why is that?
Mine doesn't sound good at all.
Yours doesn't? The headphones?
No. This speaker cuts out, and it's choppy. Somebody
happened.
Send us some headphones.
I know. We had 4 brand new pairs. Well, I mean, they're only like 6 months, or almost a year now, but damn. Try those ones. He's going to take the guest earphones.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
The hell with that guest.
We got a guest coming. No, I just wanted to see if they work. They do. Well, I can operate without the headphones, so I can give them back. How about that? But these things are messed up.
Both pair? Or just that one's?
No, those are good.
Oh, okay.
No, I meant these ones are messed up. Those are great. They
Gotcha.
sound loud and proud.
For whatever reason, you could try these.
Them don't work at all.
I don't think
That's
they'll be
why
any
they're
better.
up there.
Well, now all of a sudden mine works fine, so. Cool.
I do know that one input was weird, and you'd tap on it and it would work. That was probably what it was.
Man, must have
It's a
been.
cheap headphones amplifier.
Well,
What
way
the
to
hell?
go, headphones designer, builder people.
Mm-hmm.
Cheap.
So what the hell, man? So yeah, we've been trying to get our things together. We got a website now. We're doing lessons here. A few other things.
MediaFarm330.com.
.com.
Yeah. You can see inside the studio, see some pictures. Starting to get some more recorded stuff and
From some of our studio musicians, and our one signed so far, Mr. Seath Bowman.
get used to it without that.
Nah, I can't hear you.
Get out of here. Stop it. That's like when you're trying to find somewhere and you're driving in the car and you're like, hold on, turn the
You gotta
radio
turn
down.
the radio down.
Yeah.
That's just so you can concentrate, right?
Right. Well, it must work for some people. Some people actually find where they're trying to go. So are we talking about the what is that, hairy creatures?
Humble creatures. Yeah, that thing's pretty full. We're gonna have to take that up, give them their quarters, put their little donating, and find something else. Some kids thing we can donate to or whatever. Who's up? Now see, my phone don't cut off. I'm wondering. Usually when I used to be doing that, it wouldn't.
So I got a question. Last night in the, I guess that'd be kind of the northeast sky.
Oh shit!
There was a big thing in the sky. I don't know what it was. Me and my sons were looking at it.
Make sure I'm still there
He was there the whole time.
in the chat.
We drove all the way to Maslin.
Yep, I'm still there, I guess.
Yeah.
What happened to the other dude? He took off the Saskatchewan up there in the damn haunted hole.
Oh yeah, you got Chad in there you can read now.
Yeah. It's not Chad, it's Chris.
Well, yeah, he's what is the official word? Do we have that? I know we sent out word by carrier pigeon that was going to give it to a monkey on a camel or something like that to find where Ed's at, but I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and see. Al was fun getting here.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like, you know how he is. Al gets bored, so he'll message you and just be like, "Hey."
I want to hang out, mate. What's going on?
Yeah. Yeah, if only there was a place you could hang out and do music.
Actually, I heard he was up in Moose Knuckle. Not the haunted hole anymore.
Oh, that's where he's at.
Yeah.
Oh. Wonder what he's doing.
Things.
Yeah, I don't know.
Things. That thing's way behind.
Yeah.
He says, strange cat, man. Ha ha. He sure has his ways.
Oh, I was talking about the thing in the sky. Did anybody else see that? Like
When?
last night?
Nope.
You know, when I left here, I know you didn't see it, but I'm like, what is that in the sky? So we were
should've
looking at
called
it,
me,
and
man.
I should have, I guess. It was right when we pulled out of here, and I saw it all the
come on,
way.
look at this. I told you, man, you see the strangest shit
Yeah.
in this backyard, bro. Me and Ed seen a bunch of shit. I've seen crazy shit, dude. Me, Ed, me, Larry.
Yeah, well, who knows?
Anybody. Anybody.
But that's true. I can tell you that before I ever saw anything, I heard
Damn.
pretty much everybody that's been out here talks about something they see up in the sky. And I was talking about your Squatcher Tom hat, because
Yeah, he made me put it on. See that there?
we should have a
Little episode,
a question to the audience, the viewers, if they can remember what episode you got that hat and who it was that gave it to you. And they can put it in the comments. And then
I will be uploading some audio that my brother and nephew took down some undisclosed location in southern Ohio and did capture some Bigfoot audio.
Yeah, that's right.
I just haven't got to it yet. I got to figure out how you put that in there, how I can put it in my editing thing to where we can see and do it, and then I'll load it up. It's pretty wild, man. It's a scream. One's a scream. One sounds like almost like owls, kind of with a whistle type deal. It's wild.
Yeah.
You can hear sticks breaking, something walking around and shit. But it doesn't sound like, I mean, if you hunt and shit, you know what deer sound like when they're walking. They're real quiet and you just hear them leaves crackle and shit. This was different. This was like shit breaking, and it almost sounded like something was breaking sticks on purpose. Take a few steps, and
yeah,
it was pretty wild.
Yeah,
and
no, I heard
there's an
some of that. I don't know if I heard all
and
of it.
that one scream, it screams, and then there's a wood knock right after it.
Right,
it's pretty cool.
I had a sneak preview to some
of it. We might have played it on one of them episodes.
Maybe
from the phone that I had.
That was last year, man. You expect me to remember that?
I know, right?
There's a lot that happened between then and now.
Go on back and check some shit out. Wow.
Yeah.
See, my phone's hanging in there now. It wasn't before.
That's cool. Well, I'm interested to see if people can remember the Squatcher Tom hat.
Squatcher Tom. Shit, I have to go back and look my damn self. It was,
like, don't tell them. They got to guess.
Oh, okay.
People can guess and then comment later and let us know.
Get down there in the comments.
Let us know if they remember, and if not, you have to go back and check them out. Was it summertime then? I don't even.
Yeah, the only thing I did was got to upload a few concerts. The old one from Forever Broken, and then the one I just did there right after, what was it, Thanksgiving or right before Thanksgiving or something. Like, I don't even remember.
Yeah.
It was Back and Forth, the Foo Fighters tribute, and that was a good camera work there.
Yeah, for sure.
The Forever Broken, it was when I first got that camera right there, and I didn't realize that you could stick it as close as you can, and it takes such a wide shot. I had it clear at the back of the bar, all zoomed in, and it still looked like it was at the back of the bar.
Oh, man.
It's like, shit. I didn't realize I could have stuck it right on the stage, you know what I mean, and had that great, just like I did for Back and Forth.
Well, not very many cameras have an angle that you can use that close.
Right.
So
got them there fish eyes.
Yeah. Yeah, that last venue that we were at, and
Are we gonna bring this guy in, or we?
Oh yeah, you know what? When you're sitting around in the studio here, you never know who's gonna be here. We got a couple guitar players hanging around, and then a face that you know well.
You should start be getting
Bowman.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's
Yeah.
up?
What's good?
He's got some good things happening, that's for sure.
Hey guys, excited to be here. Thank you.
He's got headphones that work too.
And
So
the microphone. I was like, why is he so quiet?
Oh yeah, you got to get your microphone out there. You got to talk into the microphone.
What's good? Oh, that's definitely in
There
there.
you go.
Hey, look at that. Oh man, there's actually somebody manning the cameras back there.
Woo!
How about that?
We got it all going.
That's
like they were saying.
crazy, man. That's crazy.
Headache getting there, but we got here.
Yeah.
You guys, they ought to film me one day when I'm running around here cussing and motherfucking and hating life.
That would make
shit's
for
not
some
working.
great behind-the-scenes
It
footage
would.
later on. So yeah.
It really would. I'll edit that if you want.
You guys don't know. I'll be back here losing my shit. Everybody's like, oh, like I gotta tell people, don't take it personal. This equipment pisses me off because you don't understand, man. It's so crazy that the shit that happens here is always something different. It's some crazy shit every single time, dude. Like, we could never come in here and just turn something on and go.
But they do it all, and they do it all for you. All the time.
It's like every time, okay, we're doing a podcast, we got to tweak this motherfucker all the way in. All right, now we're recording somebody. Now we got to retweak this thing, even though I got settings for everything. And
Yeah.
A to A, B to B, 1 to 1, 2 to 2, 3 to 3, man, it's still,
Yeah, but we're getting better at it.
at least the rest of you guys, the biggest problem is I'm the only one that knows how and where everything is.
Right.
Once everybody learns where these wires go and all that shit, that's going to help out a lot.
Yeah. We got
which is what I was trying to get with you last night, but them damn kids, boy. Sometimes, well, the young one was sick. That wasn't her fault. That
Right.
sucks.
Yeah.
Dude, I've seen some crazy Sasquatch videos on the internet and like believable ones. So for you to be talking about all that, like I've seen some videos, man. I haven't seen anything necessarily in person, but I've seen some videos before AI and everything was generating all of that bullcrap. It seems unbelievable.
What you got to do is go down on YouTube and look up Thinker Thunker. There's two things that he does, and it's called what's that? Proportional DNA. So in other words, he takes measurements from your shoulder to your elbow, from your elbow to your wrist. Same thing with your legs and your torso. Now, it don't matter if it's you or if it's Shaq. When you take those measurements, they're going to equal out the same, even though he's 8 foot and you're only, 5 whatever.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Your body ratio is still the same. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, like
you can't, even if you put a monkey suit on and you put arm extensions on, your elbow still bends in the same spot. You cannot change your body ratio. Same with your knees, same with your hips. So he takes those Bigfoot videos and he makes these lines from the ankles to the hip and from the hip to the neck, and then does the whole thing
to prove the anatomy.
And can show you that their proportions are not even close to what humans are. Their arms, their legs, and their torsos are all basically the same size, where our arms are like 20% more longer or whatever, or the legs are 20% longer.
Asking the wrong guy.
Well, that's very interesting. I didn't know that, but to prove the
But I was just thinking all these people that, I was thinking of a dude I know, they used to call him the Bird because he was like, he had all legs and no torso, and I'm just thinking, I don't know.
Well, I mean, obviously there's freaks of nature and all that, and there's things to
exceptions.
Exceptions to the rules.
I think it's that your arm length is the same size of your body as you when you stand up, and so like the Sasquatch would be entirely different.
Right.
Proving the anatomy is different. It's proving that's not a man in costume.
And then he figured out it's the same thing with the face too. If you take from the center of your pupils to the bridge line, and then from the bridge line to the nose, and then from the nose to the center of the mouth, and then to the jaw, he can show you that the same thing. There's no way that you can put a monkey suit on and make your eyeballs further apart and make your jawline, lean a little bit, because their top of theirs is closer to the nose than what ours is. Their top teeth, like this little part, it's a little bit closer to the nose than what ours is, and their bottom jaw is a little further away. Like, it's kind of a weird deal, and their eyeballs are further apart. You can't put a suit on and change that.
Yeah, no.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but let me ask you something. How long has HD and HQ quality pictures and video been around?
Not very well. What?
Are you talking about generated images?
No, I mean
video?
being able to record something in high definition where you can look at it.
20 probably.
Right. So in the last 20 years, I haven't seen any high definition videos of a Sasquatch or Bigfoot where you look at it and you go, oh, hell yeah, that's one. They're always off in the distance, and there's always blur factor. I mean, I've never seen
the
one.
problem with it is the ones that are like that, they all say they're fake because it's too good of a picture.
Well, I'd be able to see it.
Look up the Independence Day Bigfoot. It's HD clear as a bell, dude, and it runs right in front of this dude carrying a baby.
I seen when it was like in a desert mountain. There was like a mountainscape, but where he was filming from was like a desert. It was super far away, so that it was bad quality. But he was able to zoom in super far with the camera because it was a good camera for that time.
Right.
And that thing was bigger than trees. It was walking by them, just like brushing them, and it was huge. And it was very clear footage, and
Thinker Thunker often proves that too by, like, if you know what kind of tree it is, you can determine how big it is
Oh yeah,
you know,
like the
by the
science
age and
behind
all.
everything.
Yeah, and then you can go, well, if the tree's 5 inches around, it's this year, you know, this many years, and then blah blah blah. If that's 5 inches, then that means it's fucking 15 foot tall. So this thing was, you know, 9 foot as compared to this tree right here. There's all kinds of different ways. The problem with it is, the biggest problem with proving any of that is 80% of it's all hoax. It's all horse shit. Or more than 80%. I would say probably 95% of it is all hoax ass shit. It's
People
all
trying to fake
right.
it.
Yeah.
It's all,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
I've heard lots of stories.
Which buries all the real shit. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
all the really good stuff, because people are like, because they've been hogwashed by all the dumb shit.
Dude, there was a
But I
crop
can promise
circle
you.
when I was little. There was a crop circle in my neighborhood in East Sparta. It was weird because you don't get that in that neighborhood, you know. And we went to see it. The news was down there. They did a whole report on everything, and come to find out, like a couple weeks later, that some kids did that. They found out how to do it on a YouTube video, and they did it themselves down there. It was like, well, there you go.
But you know what's crazy about that? It ain't all about whoever does the real ones that's doing them. Because I watched a documentary on that, and here's what's interesting about those. Even if they're man-made, it's the shape that they're making has the energy. Depending on its size, what shape it is, what shapes are in the shape, and all that determines what happens in this crop circle regardless of who makes it.
I also saw something that was about like the sound that they emit is the sound waves where they can cut it and they can control the sound. That's the reason it has waves and ripples and stuff. That's crazy stuff because you hear about that in the documentaries.
They've actually filmed how that happens. It's light balls.
Oh, okay.
That over in England, these dudes was sitting there filming, and all of a sudden, they was circling around this field, and as they're doing this thing, it kind of looked like this. Shit just started falling, dude. It was wild. It's on YouTube.
Well, look, I watched the Independence Day Bigfoot, and it's what I'm talking about. Like, I didn't see it that close. Like, I see where they slow it down, but it's far away. I can't see details. Like, when I look at you guys right now, I can tell you're a human being, right? And if I took a video of you with a good recorder of some sort,
if you stop that while it's running, and if you know what you're looking for, it's got that 45 degree.
Yeah, well, I'm not buying the whole thing that you couldn't replicate that. Why not? I watch movies that look real as hell, and that shit's replicated. So
replicated as in what?
Using that guy's scale of averages, you could make a suit or make a correction with the production of it in some way. You know, I don't know. I don't see it. There's been nothing definitive for me.
He actually did that one, and he did the DNA proportional, and he showed where the babies got movement and all that. So,
well, it's super possible that anything could be fake and anything could be real, regardless of what it is.
Oh, well, yeah.
Because like the real footage we have of aliens is disbelievable. I've seen like footage. I don't know what the real footage is anymore, but I've seen like old footage that looks super clear that was classified but released to the public type deal, and it's like I don't know, and I also don't know when that was filmed, but it looks like it was filmed forever ago.
You talking about the autopsy or the one where they had him sitting in a dark little animated looking thing?
I mean, we could make that autopsy one here.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? That's
I
nothing
don't buy
impressive,
that one myself.
Yeah.
You could fake that.
I'm not so sure about the animatron looking one with the big head where at the end where they come rushing in and try to make it breathe and shit where it's sitting there talking. Did you ever see that?
It's been a while, but yeah.
You know what's
There's like
interesting?
3 parts to that.
The moon landing, whether you believe it's real or fake, if they faked it, why didn't they fake aliens? Why didn't they do that? Why didn't they just...
They have.
Well, if they wanted people to believe that wasn't the truth and that was the psychology behind that, that's pretty smart. I didn't think of it like that, but you know what I mean? That for the longest time they wanted to be, no.
You know what's going to really blow your mind?
What?
The thing about abductions is not the aliens, it's the U.S. government. It's the black projects. They're the ones abducting people and doing shit to them. It's not, you know what's even really more weirder about it? California, Texas, and Florida have the most missing people out of all the states. Guess who also has the most UFO sightings? Imagine that.
That's interesting. I didn't know that. But I could believe that because all of the things I've watched, they trade humans for knowledge of like technology and stuff. That's because they want to do whatever they want to do with humans. It's a trade-off.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, because if they're that advanced, why do they need to make deals with us to trade? They could just come get us. They don't need to make deals with us.
I don't know. It could be a security thing. If they were trying to protect, if the government was trying to protect us from the idea they could eliminate us at any point, that's a possibility.
Because if they could, they would have. Is my point.
Well, yeah, they would if they got pissed off.
Well, there ain't nothing we can
We've
do
had a
about
lot
it.
more sightings
Except for the
recently.
fact that we have their technology now.
Yeah, it seems like they're getting mad. It seems like Elon Musk came to... No, I can't.
Well, I mean, you got to look at it from this perspective. If we're out here in this big universe, here's Earth, my neighbor. Earth is the bad neighbor. Earth is the dude that doesn't cut the grass, who's throwing beer bottles in your yard,
You're not
shooting
wrong.
at you.
Yeah.
If you're from somewhere else and you come here, instead of us reaching out and go, hey, wow, another world, what do? We shoot them down.
I made a song about it. I read an article. I don't know how true it is, but he was saying that we cannot dispose of the electric cars here on Earth, and they will be shipped out to Mars. We will infect an entire new planet before.
Wait. You're saying somebody is proclaiming that we need to ship
the electric cars
to Mars?
They have like chemicals in them that can't be disposed of on Earth safely. So it has to be sent to Mars or ejected into space.
Well, here's the thing that I always had that plan myself because I always thought to solve the world problem of trash and all this shit, why don't you just put it on a rocket and send it to the sun?
Well, I mean...
Obviously, that'd be expensive.
It could be repercussions. If you got a sun flare from that,
From what?
From the explosion.
Explosion of what?
The trash.
It would disintegrate.
Yeah, it'd just burn up before it even got there.
And
it's just like the world's largest incinerator.
Right.
That's a good point.
You just incinerate all that trash, but
before it ever gets
there would be byproducts from it. It's not going to incinerate and there not be some kind of matter left. It would just change form.
Right, but the biggest thing is like Genius Jimmy told me is the Earth weighs so much, and it's got so much stuff on it. You can't get rid of the Earth's weight, so to say. It would imbalance us.
No way.
Like if you continuously kept taking stuff off. I forget how he explained that.
I don't think it would be the weight, but there would be the risk of materials. If you're incinerating all your materials and you have a finite amount of...
I think weight is the wrong word. Not atoms. Damn, I can't think of how he explained that. He's too smart for me.
Yeah, well, I could see at least one, if not more, repercussions by burning your resources.
Basically, like if
you'd have to limit what you put out there, though.
Like if you dig a hole, you put the dirt beside it. There's that pile of dirt. It's still there.
It's mass.
Mass. That's the word I'm looking for. You said you can't get rid of the mass.
Well, there's not enough trash to affect the mass of the Earth. The Earth is extremely massive, and the amount of trash on the whole Earth and waste is so finite compared to the entire mass of the globe. So I don't think.
Yeah, but
think about how many places there aren't trash. There's far more places throughout the globe that aren't trash. Even when you're talking with the sea and the glaciers and
our military
the poles
dumps pallets and pallets and pallets of trash off them aircraft carriers into the ocean.
Right, but it's still on the Earth. It's not incinerating it.
Right.
But what you would risk is you would have to limit what you put out there, for one. Because if you, let's say, just to use a crazy thing, if you started burning all the wood and you burned it at a faster rate than what you could grow trees, right, then you would have an imbalance that way where now what? You know what I mean? You can't use wood as a resource. So that's just one example, but there would be other things. So you'd have to limit what you sent out there, right? You couldn't just put it couldn't be all byproducts of Earth.
We would have
though
to
I
add
do
a
think it could be
substantial amount.
a solution, though. I mean, it's not a bad idea in theory. You just have to burn the right stuff in the atmosphere.
Think about how many people are having fires and all the trash and wood that's already getting burnt. Even wildfires. Wildfires are huge. And it's constantly being regrown.
Well, it's regenerating,
Yeah, it's so... I mean, it doesn't add or subtract to the mass whatsoever, and that's a lot.
little different, though, because it burns and ashes and then it regenerates, where a lot of trash, which is mostly plastics, just sits there and it'll be there long after we're gone.
Yeah. We make the materials with what we get on Earth.
Yeah, but it's once you mess with the chemical compound and change its whatever that you know what I mean?
Yeah, like the science
it
classes.
Changes
that
it,
does
you know
that
what I mean?
thing,
And obviously, we made it the shit that came out of the ground and all that, but once you make plastic, it's not gonna.
Well, you guys are missing one of the biggest international global ways to dispose of your trash that countries do, and I won't name countries, but you can figure it out. I guess you can figure out. You can just look. You don't have to figure it out. It's out there. But and that is put it on foreign soil. So let's say you make a product out of your shit materials and you sell it cheap and you sell it to another country. Now they got to dispose of it. So you got paid to get rid of your trash. You get what I'm saying? They're actually paying you, right? And you can do it on a low budget because whatever you bring in is going to counter what it would have cost you to process the trash on your side, and you have nowhere to put it. So that's just one way that you get polluted on by another entity or country.
That's interesting because then we have the same ocean currents that carry it right back to certain countries after we dispose of it there.
Polluting the waters is certainly an issue everywhere. But
that big trash island or whatever, it's the size of Australia.
What do you mean
the trash island?
Yeah, there's more than one out there. That's just the one that they tell you about.
That's exactly. That's the one that's the media likes to cover.
Right. Yeah. So who knows? Maybe when you're out in California, coming up here, what's the date on that? That's like March.
The 10th.
March 10th is where the action happens. But you'll be out there before that a little bit.
Yeah.
I forgot to ask Larry to ask if he probably, I know he didn't, because he always forgets to talk to Brandon about see if he can help you out there while you're out there staying.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I plan on being down there by the 7th or leaving on the 7th. That way I have at least 3 days to get there. And then I'll probably be back on like the 12th. If
it only takes like 5 hours to fly. You don't need 3 days, son.
I don't think you get out there that early. You ain't living out there.
Isn't that to like book the cheapest flight is to do it early and get like the deal or whatever, you think?
Well, I was already on there and looking at it. We can show you that later, but no, it'd be good.
That's what I was thinking about.
It don't mean early as in getting there days early. It means early as in booking it as in now.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, there's that too for sure. If you booked it a year ago, that would have probably been your cheapest rate.
Right.
But but we ain't worried about all that. No, I'm figuring you get out there Saturday, sometime in the afternoon or evening, have Sunday to chill, go do your thing Monday, and then head out of there on Tuesday. So that's probably more realistic there. That's the efficient way to do it, and you'd be good. Heck yeah. Yeah, and there's a buddy of mine out there. Oh, Jack Veazey, he said you guys could hang out or whatever. He's living out on a sailboat in the on the coastline.
That's what he was talking about. Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, so
that'd be interesting.
Oh, and the other thing is he does the damn, I'm not with it today.
Who?
The sound, the visual on a sound. What is that? Oh shit! When you can see it.
What are you looking at?
Not just the
waveform?
Not the waveform, the spectrum analyzer. When you put different animals on a spectrum analyzer,
did you go back to Bigfoot all of a sudden? We were talking about California and being on a sailboat in the ocean, and then all of a sudden you're talking about something. And I was like, wait a minute. Wait, he's squatching again.
Because I had to remember because you're like, but you got to watch because this is what because I wasn't done talking. That's why. Because listen, dude made me a believer because one, the DNA
I'm familiar with the
and then,
the spectrum that they talk about.
And then he'll go on there and show you the different animals and what they look like, and show you a forest creature, and they're completely different. Like on a spectrum analyzer, the one I got, it's a straight line across, just like all the rest of them.
Yeah, I'm not convinced that you couldn't replicate that somehow.
But you can't.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because that's just like a fingerprint.
Yeah, I hear you. I've seen that guy, and that was very intriguing because he actually examined the Ohio howl, yes, the Bigfoot howl, and
the Sierra Sounds.
Yeah, he's got some compelling things, was what I would say. But
he's got a book.
It still goes back to what I say is a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush.
Well, that's.
I don't see one.
I'm with you on that, but that's what makes me believe now, because like when you put the lines there and you put the measurements and you put the fingerprint on the voice, how can you? Like I said, your body proportions aren't going to change no matter what monkey suit you put on.
I don't agree with that. I think you could make one. I think you could fabricate it. There's ways you could do that and still make it work with somebody inside.
And the fact that how they walk, he's had a bunch of people try to do that.
I've seen that.
Nobody can do that.
Well, at least the people that he attempted to have try it couldn't do that. Doesn't mean nobody.
Well, not him. Him and a bunch of other scientists. That Dr. Meldum has done.
Right,
it.
That guy's got some good stuff too. The non-related footprints that actually have a print on them. It's a different pattern than human or primate. That's known as. It's compelling, but again, it's not like if a Bigfoot walked in the door right now and was like, "Man, I really got to use your shitter," and I'm like, wait a minute, what just happened? And then he comes out, and I'm looking at him right there. I know, I'm going to be pretty certain either there's
like,
really
snap into a Slim Jim.
Harry in the Hendersons is way smaller than a real Bigfoot.
I'm going to know if it's somebody in a suit.
That depends.
Yeah.
There's like
different type.
Right.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, they're all different sizes and shapes. Like, we got the grass man, there's the skunk ape down in Florida, the hairy man and wherever. But they're some's black, some's red, some's tall, some's not so tall. You know what I mean? They're like,
but all of them are the world's greatest hide and seek.
They are. They're not stupid. I think that's why I think they're like
they can change dimensions, like dimension hoppers.
They could have echolocation.
Seemingly.
So the reason they break
they
sticks
do mess with
is so they can read
though.
the forest. They can tell if the forest is met with footsteps. They can feel it.
Yeah, I don't know.
There are creatures that can do that.
I don't know. Like I said,
I don't know either.
Well, I ain't never seen one. I think I heard some shit before, but I believe they're out there.
It would be so fun to go camping and try to just catch some footage.
The problem with it is that's the problem. When you're trying to catch it, you're never going to catch it. It's when you're least expecting it and you're not ready is when you see it.
Well, you could just go on vacation then. Just go out there, don't expect it, but be recording the whole time.
One night we was out here, and me and Ed seen these weird lights. This shit went on for 45 minutes. It was this ball of light. It was a flash in the sky, in the northern sky, and this ball of light would come out of that. It was almost like if I was to describe it in real terms, it looked like a wormhole opened up and closed. And this ball of light comes out and it goes all the way across the sky, and when it gets right in line with my backyard. Now, mind you, it's way up in the air, like not in outer space, but like way up there. It disappears.
Yeah.
Then another one happens, and then another one happens, and I'm like, what the hell? So I got out my phone and
you almost had to donate.
I started checking the times, and it was every 15 seconds on the nose. Every 15 seconds, the big flash in the sky, the ball light would come out, go across the sky. You get right here and disappear.
Wow.
So I went running in the house to get my binoculars so I could try to get through the phone, or even just to see what the hell they was, because we was looking at them with the naked eye.
Yeah.
And I was in here for 15, 20 minutes looking for them, and come back out, and it was still going on But like, you know, the sky moving it in the night, it did the same thing. Wherever it was originating from, it like moved in the night sky with the stars. It was in position, but we moved. You know, obviously, you know how that works. But
Right.
But we watched that shit, and I wished I would have. You know what I mean? Like one of those things where I'm trying to get footage, and
You didn't end up getting a clear view of it.
I
then?
actually no, I didn't get no views of it. I couldn't find the things, and I have a junk phone, so it wouldn't zoom in to even.
Yeah,
You couldn't tell what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then one night there was this. It was kind of like the same thing. It was a solid ball.
Well, wait a minute. Didn't you say California is going to be is that the other place with the most abductions?
California, Texas, and Florida.
Don't get abducted out there.
What did you see in the sky last night?
Well, it was at first I thought it had to be an airplane, but it was lingering like in one spot, and I thought, maybe it's
Did
coming.
it have the red and green?
Yeah.
Was it a drone?
Yeah, no, it's not a drone.
What
I
is
don't
it?
think it is. I don't know. I've been watching them for about 4 or 5 years now. When I lived at the other house, at Jimmy's house, the very first time I seen it, and I've told this story, was in Rittman, and I was fishing. I got sick,
Yeah.
and I was all.
Well, it was hanging out in the sky over here.
Mm-hmm.
When I pulled out of here, I noticed it, and then we did take some footage of it.
Because it looks just
but-
like an airplane if you just look at it at a glance, even if you're staring at it until you realize it's not moving.
It doesn't move, no.
That's what really gets you. You're like, because it looks like an airplane.
It looks like it's close, and it looks like the same size.
Yep.
Is it
The whole
square
time.
or
You
what
can't
does it
tell the
look like?
size. It's got the lights, and it just.
What is the lights pattern?
It looks like, to me, the shape of it we couldn't capture in either of the phone cameras, but it gave off the shape to me of blocky oblong kind of pattern is what I would say. You know, just a compact oblong with possible, you know, blockiness around the edge of it. And then the lights are staggered, it seemed like to me, but they're not definitive, I wouldn't say. Like you can see, at least for me now, I don't have the best sight, but even zooming in, you could tell there was other colors besides white.
It's white, red,
yeah, but,
green, and blue.
yeah, but yeah, and
You don't think it was a drone at all?
I don't know. I don't
mean,
know.
it could be.
It'd have to be huge because
Yeah.
We've had
it's
heavy
big,
drone
whatever it is.
sightings. My sister saw a drone. It was an all-black drone.
These
and it-
ones that I was seeing was way before this drone shit started. Which I'm not saying. I thought they was military anyway, because the one that I seen in Rittman, dude, come out with a you know what a sighting scope is, or a spotting scope? I mean,
a big long one.
well, no, it's like if you're out hunting.
spotlighting.
No, it's
Like
another
that.
scope that a dude stands there and he looks through it and he goes, "Oh, well, it's like 500 yards or
Yeah.
whatever." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So this guy has his buddy bring down a spotting scope and they look through it and he claims it was otherworldly and all this shit. I couldn't get, because of my glasses, I couldn't get on there right to get a good view. I was pissed because everybody there was like, "Oh my god, oh my god," and they was freaking out and I'm like, "I can't see this motherfucker."
Let me see.
Right. So, needless to say, I kept seeing this thing, and then it was in the northern sky, which my back porch was faced the northern sky, and I would see this thing all the time.
Northwest. So last night it was northwest because I was heading west, so it was a little more north of west and
I've
definitely
seen it
more west of
in
north.
all
So
northeast, south, and west, and all. I've seen more than one at one time.
it's a
too.
northwest guy, yeah. So if anybody else saw it, tell us about it. So
And this
Let
is
us
when,
know in the
This
comments.
is when Jimmy was living with me, and I'm like, "Hey man, come here, check this out." And I got my good binoculars out, and I'm like, I'm looking at this thing, and I'm
not just
I'm
the
still-
other binoculars. You got like your church Sunday binoculars,
right.
like the ones that are put away like for a special occasion. You have to
And
like blow the
ones I
dust off
couldn't
the thing and
find.
be like,
Yeah, the ones I couldn't find. And he looks through them, and he claims that it was triangle looking. But here's what really blew me away. I got this.
I got that vibe. That's what I mean. It was oblong, but I could tell it was not exactly oblong. You know, it was kind of
Now,
tapered or blocky on the
This may
sides or
seem
something.
crazy
but-
to you, but I swear it happened, and I had him watch because I was freaking out, and I was like, "There's no way this just happened. There's no way that I just witnessed what I did." So I got one of them super powered lasers, right? The ones that supposedly cut or burn shit or whatever. And I stuck that sucker right on the edge of my, like right on my nose, so I could look down the laser, the thing, like as a sight.
Mm-hmm.
And it just happened to be right in line with the people, my neighbor's house behind me, his TV tower. This thing was right in line, so I took that laser and I followed that TV tower real slow until I got to right where it was, and big old sparks went flying, and this thing moved. I was like, no way, no effing way did this just happen. And I did it again, and it moved back the other way. And it didn't like move far, it just like moved a little bit.
Yeah.
So I ran up and got Jimmy. I was like, dude, there's no way I'm seeing what, come here, dude. I said, here, get these binoculars. And I said, watch this thing. And that's when he told me it was triangle shaped. And I did it again, and these sparks went flying. He goes, holy shit, dude. He goes, you really did hit it.
How long ago was that?
This was a couple years ago.
I was hoping it's past the statute of limitations.
Oh, that's true. The motherfucker's going to come looking for me.
Right. I'm hoping we don't hear a knock on the door like, there he is.
Mm-hmm.
Wonder where that smart ass was.
But yeah, dude, it was like,
It makes you think that like alien, like they're.
I was actually kind of.
Wait. Where's this laser thing at now?
Over yonder way.
What's it powered by?
Batteries.
And it can generate enough force to burn shit from the.
No. That's it was supposed to, but it really
I gotcha.
like it don't.
Well, I got excited. I was I was listening to your story, but I was thinking laser. Burn shit, like, I gotta put this thing in my hand and see what we can do. Like,
I mean, because you can watch them on the little things, and you can light, they burn paper and
The
shit.
high-powered ones are still pretty hot if it's in close contact.
Yeah.
Well, what's their range
it's a high-powered
supposed to
one.
be?
I don't know. It's a big one. It's just not no little keychain one. It's a big
what do you
boy.
use it besides starting paper on fire? What's it for? I guess I don't think I've seen one.
It's a purple one.
It would make sense because the daytime
only
you
took-
never get like sightings, and they're sensitive to light.
I
That
thought he
would
was.
entirely make sense.
I thought Tom was exempt from
It took
getting
47 minutes.
That's a record.
Yep.
Yeah.
What happened?
So he gets up from his seat for some reason. Usually it's technical, but this time it was material.
Now
Knock on
the
wood.
key, it's got a key to it, but it broke. It
See, if
won't-
we
it won't
recorded the
shut
show,
off.
we could have me turn this on and then like make Seth's shirt go.
Oh, he just-
like,
probably ruin it, but that's.
laser.
But it's set, it's got that warning, but I put it on my skin. I tried it on some paper first, but it didn't work.
And this
But-
made it sizzle, just going like that.
Yep. I don't know, like, it wasn't like a big,
Well, it might have
I
been
don't
just
know, like spark. I don't
maybe
know. I
it was
can't
the thing
describe it.
propelling itself because it sensed the light on it. Or the
Could be.
laser
I don't
on
know.
it.
It was just weird. It was a big flash when it hit it. I should say more than that than sparks.
Maybe it's because it's reflective across the material, and it reflected.
Well, I'm
But
not
you
gonna
gotta-
lie.
but
This
you
thing's
gotta-
pretty disappointing because I was expecting
Well,
more
the
of
battery's almost probably dead in it because it is
like
usually
this. Just
pretty
seems
bright.
like something somebody would have in class. Like I was thinking, I'm picturing lightsabers and like shit burning.
No, it's
like,
pretty heavy duty, but it. I haven't charged it, and it's been in there. It's been, it's pretty dead as the way it normally is.
I see. All right.
'Cause it's weird. Like I said, I ain't been able to shut
Well, charge
it
that
off.
baby up and let's set some shit on fire.
But
Like
you know,
Seth's.
what I was gonna say is, the further it gets, the bigger the beam is.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So, who knows?
How wide was the pan on it by the time it hit?
I don't know. It wasn't like big, but I couldn't see it like that. I was like you said, it almost looked like an airplane, or it was bigger than a star and closer or whatever.
Yeah, it's
and I know
definitely
you're
not
not
a
supposed
star.
to be doing that shit because that's kind of, you're not supposed to be pointing lasers at shit. But I knew it wasn't a plane or nothing like that. The motherfucker been sitting there for like 2 or 3 hours.
Well, they're also really conscious and smart. Like they know when someone's looking at them, because I've had multiple times where I've seen it like a star split. It looks like a plane, turns into a star because it gets afraid, and then it splits. But as soon as you try to get somebody else's attention to look at it, it's gone. As soon as you do. It's a frequency thing. And like the technology that we have now, we're just now discovering like the frequencies, or that's what's been released to us. But they could tap into that, and that would make entire sense.
We'll see if Humpty Trumpty lets us know what's really going on with these drones and shit.
We're supposed to hear all these secrets. Where are all these secrets at? I want to know 9/11.
I can tell you that one already. What you're thinking?
Area 51. All right, let's go with that. We'll go with that because that
That's
doesn't
old
make
news.
us look bad.
That thing's been rehashed 100 times.
Yeah, just open it. Just open it to the public, and
I think a lot of
They
the stuff.
open it to the public.
Yeah. So anything
They're never going to be able to do any of that.
you can't really do it until certain other things.
But did you see that
happen.
Mr. Beast went underneath the pyramids where nobody has ever been because the director of Egypt took him on an
That
exclusive
dude's full
tour?
of shit, though.
You got to watch the video. He went everywhere.
What
in
did he
this place.
That dude,
Nothing.
that director of antiquities over there is a piece of shit, dude. That dude is the lionest.
Oh man, now we're gonna have
Cocksucker
missiles
on the
coming at us.
He's
We
full
come
of
in peace.
shit, dude.
Everything
That's
that we
what I
say
got
on
to
here
say
is
about.
it's just
I can't think of
entertainment.
his name. I know his name, but
It's
I'm
only
having one of them
entertainment.
days.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That dude-
Mr.
that
Beast
dude's full
did
of
that.
shit. I know, but what he showed him, he
Wasn't
didn't
all
show
of it.
him nothing good.
I tend to believe it wasn't all of it because he found
he
a
didn't show
body.
him nothing that nobody. I mean,
They found a body that they uncovered,
that
and they
dude's
let them
still
uncover
telling
it.
you that
There's no
them
way.
pyramids was tombs. They never found one body in any of the pyramids. They was all the bodies are down in the Valley of the Kings, buried with all the rest of them.
They were talking about some of that stuff, and he was talking about how
man.
he disbelieved it as well.
I don't know,
That's
man.
why they searched
I saw
for
a
so
Steve
many.
Martin video where he was King Tut and he was in a tomb. So
And all I need is this oil lamp.
I think they were definitely an energy source of some kind. That was what they were. They provided the ultimate energy, and that information has been confiscated, and we're not allowed to have it. I think that's ultimately
you think
what it is.
I'll
what
go
kind of
along with
energy? I don't know. Yeah, it's hard to say.
But I will say it wasn't magic, it wasn't aliens, and it wasn't all this other weird shit that built the pyramids. It
I
was
like
a
the
bunch
poured
of
wall
workers.
theory that
I've seen
satisfies
two
some things.
documentaries now, and you're never, ever, 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 ever gonna convince me of otherwise. There ain't no effing way, bro.
That it's
I've poured
anything but-
cement.
yeah.
I poured it. I know if you work with cement in any type of way, look at them pyramids up close and tell me them ain't formed. Get out of here, bro. Get out of here.
That's what the director was saying as well, that all the conspiracies are conspiracies, and there's proof that it was built by man right there. Like in every facet of the building that you look at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, how they got it so perfect is I mean, that's a good one.
Well, how old are they though?
They don't know.
I mean,
they say 5,000 or whatever, but the Sphinx is supposed to be over 12,000. They don't. I don't think they really know what.
Yeah.
And,
Well,
and what they do know, they're lying about anyway.
well, I was going to say proportionately though, they would have had to build them pretty good, but over time, erosion can actually make them look better than what they might have been as far as detail.
Well,
Like they can only anticipate how detailed it was,
now the last one,
or speculate, I guess, on
the last one I watched, which sucks because he even put in the title "getting deleted in 48 hours." Must watch, and I've seen a bunch of them, and they're still up. But this dude literally deleted it, and I was like, "Fuck!" I should have downloaded it or whatever. But he showed like what it looks like now because the face stones are off. He was saying that they didn't pour them understones perfect because they wanted when they poured the other ones to adhere to them better. You know what I mean? It wasn't. They didn't smooth all them understone the main foundation stones.
yeah.
They left
how
them
high up to the main foundation stones go?
as high as you can
Like
get.
in those pyramids. Like I haven't studied them or whatever. I know what they are and that kind of stuff, but I've not seen videos up close of what they actually look like. To me, I'm like thinking the theory was always they're just a bunch of big blocks that they can't figure out how people took these heavy blocks and stacked them and
Yeah, well, they didn't.
and whatever, right? So, but isn't there a base around it that aren't like? Is it block all the way down to the sand and beyond the sand, or
well,
is there
inside they go down, so there's no base. Like there's probably a footer around the edge. I'm thinking.
Mm-hmm. But externally on the outside, what you see
yes,
above the surface of the sand
is it's basalt and it's poured. Because they would say I just watched this stupid one the other day. We can't figure out how they got this perfectly level and how they machined it out. It's perfect. Gravity. That's how you do it. You pour it and gravity makes it level. Like you can take a glass of water and tip it, and guess what? The water stays level. Boy, that's hard science.
Yeah.
They stopped digging.
Dude, that one that said he was deleting in 48 hours, he showed a side shot of away from the pyramids where what you're talking about, the ground where it crumbled out, and you could see underneath the basalt where it was all rocks and sand, where it was literally, if you take cement and pour it over rocks and shit, how it just, and he was like, look at the edge of that. Do you think that these guys would have took time and scribed that all around all these rocks and all this debris that's underneath of it?
Right.
No, they poured it like cement. Not like cement, it is cement. They just used them materials. Oh, well, they got this, they cut this out. Yeah, they cut it out, ground it up, and bring it up on them little straw boats, a couple 100 pounds at a time. They couldn't move them big ass rocks, let alone bring them up the river. I mean, it only makes sense to me.
They stopped digging because there's so many fraud tombs around there, is what they claim. That's what they claim. They
stopped digging because every time they dig, they keep finding more. And what they're finding is there's more and more and more the deeper they go.
I don't think there's fraud tombs, because who's going to build the tomb? If you're not permitted on the land to dig, then how would you get on there to make a fraud tomb?
Right.
Yeah. It's for a purpose. They just don't know what it was for. And that's
I don't know anything about what you're talking about, but that's what comes to my mind.
Right.
That's
what I'm saying.
It.
And they're still talking about them being tombs. And like I said, they never found any dead bodies. And surprisingly enough, the sarcophagus is the same dimensions as the Ark of the Covenant. Now, if you got the Ark of the Covenant, which if you know anything about that, they couldn't even touch it because it was supercharged, right?
Yeah.
So
at least according to Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Well, even in the Bible,
if that's your source.
Yeah. If you drop that down in there, and it's this huge power source, and it powers these pyramids. Now, why do you think the Pharaoh chased Moses out of Egypt like a like he wanted him bad?
Yeah,
because Moses was a player, and he was in there.
Because he took his power source, dude. He took his shit, shut him down. Now, do you think he was chasing him because he was mad at him because he freed the slaves, or do you think he was chasing him because he wanted his power source back? What makes sense to you?
Both. I would say the answer would be both. Right? Wouldn't that be the true answer? He'd be mad at both.
I would say as much havoc as he had to go through with them slaves, he was happy to get rid of them.
What do you actually
Didn't
think
they just
happened?
become slaves again then if they were transporting the Ark?
What do you think actually happened to the Ark?
Somebody hit it.
That's what you think? That nobody has possession of it right now?
Somebody's got possession of it. Somebody knows where it's at, and it's supposedly it's in Africa, but I don't know.
Now the government's watching.
I'd be afraid to say where I think it's at. It totally makes the most sense. But
there's like 4 places, and the one place in Africa, it's guarded, and you can't go in, and there's only one dude that's allowed to go in.
Yeah.
And he ends up getting that radiation poisoning and all that shit too.
That's what they say. Yeah, I seen that.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they claim.
I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, I don't know about that. But I think
just seen the thing on the email go where it says sign in. Yeah.
Oh wow.
He's trying to crack the code.
Right.
Fall asleep on the keyboard back there?
Well,
he said he was hungry. He was leaving at 9. It's 10. He's probably eating it.
Oh man, we'll have food here next time.
Hey, that sounds good to me.
Seth's gonna bring it.
Yeah. I'm bringing rice.
You just go into to your favorite restaurant and just tell them who you are. They'll be like, freebies for Seth.
You know, my video Converse was sponsored by Red Lobster.
Really?
Yeah, I was sponsored by McDonald's too because I did a DoorDash skit with them.
It sounds like it'd be sponsored by Converse.
No, it was all about making the people converse, talk. It was.
Are you getting shoes for everybody?
No, but I got new shoes, and that's the reason I wrote the chorus the way it was. I'm rocking in Converse, making the people converse.
I get you.
The little blue thing down there, I can't see it. It's time.
I got to go to Red Lobster and hold one of their
What's it
lobsters.
say, an hour and something?
Right about an hour, yeah.
I think we're supposed to take a break about
it's
an
break
hour.
time.
Cool.
It's intermission.
Hold on. Hold on.
You gotta let Al know.
Hold on.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, we got some intermission music.
Oh, what'd I just do?
Transition.
Oh, just bumped something.
Oh. I guess you're gonna have to have you have to put some Bigfoot words together at some point.
Yeah. I could do Sasquatch, fast watch.
There you go.
Shoot, that was in my brain somehow like a past clock.
There he goes. That's all it takes.
The pen is only half cocked.
We should have people pick.
Shout out to that cock.
Yep, all those cocks. There's a big cock, a little pecker.
Oh man, did we let Clam Boy out? Where's he at?
Yeah, clam. He's all clammed up. Oh, I forgot about all that stuff.
Kind of stuff in there. Here.
The clam was
boy.
crammed.
All right, we're gonna.
I love
We're
fidget.
gonna
Sorry,
take
piss
a
boy.
halfer.
I'm free.
Anyway,
Give this to your nervous guest, and they won't be
That's
nervous.
what they're there for. I got mine over here in my little pyramid.
We should be having a brief.
You make these?
Z made these.
Wow, these are cool.
Yeah, needs a bath.
Shout out Z.
I didn't know that. How did I not know that? Or maybe I did know that and I forgot.
I know where I'll be.
Take that
Second
camera
half of
to
the program
Owl.
will begin momentarily.
We got Will Davenport running the cameras back there. I hope he didn't tell anybody he wasn't going to be here. Like, no, I'm going to be down working on my car. I just outed him. Sorry, Will.
Whoa. All right, we'll be back, everybody, in about 5 minutes. If there's anybody still left.
Shout you.
Go ahead.
I said shout out you.
Yeah, I got an idea too. Look at Al just ripping away. Like he's a machine. I wonder what the world record is for person playing a guitar solo, like the longest, because I think Al could set the bar. I truly think he could.
I think there was a concert
establishes
at
the
one
first
time,
record, so.
and it was 3 days long. Like, they played for 3 days
I
straight.
bet he could.
I don't know.
One guy played a solo for 3 days straight.
No, it was a whole band. It was a
Oh,
whole
really?
band.
The whole band
The
played for 3
concert
days
was
straight.
3 days straight.
Hmm.
It wasn't a solo, so that's entirely different. But the endurance is... You imagine?
It's still, yeah.
Yeah.
What are you doing over there, Maestro?
You know, I think
Squatcher
Dax
Tom.
has the record
He
for
was
the longest
Peeking
song
out
now.
there for some reason.
He has a 17-minute rap song.
Wow.
17 minutes.
Yeah,
I could do that, I just don't want to. And I have done it on accident. Dax.
Squatcher Tom.
Anywho,
Yeah.
looks like we got nobody out there. Oh,
All right.
We back? We back.
we're back.
Shout out Will for running the cameras. He had to head out, but
Yeah.
shout out
He
Will.
was a wee bit hungry, he was.
Yeah.
Is there anybody out there?
I don't know.
We just kept all the food ourselves and
Chat
didn't let him eat.
Go back.
We started so late. But it is what it is.
Oh shit!
I don't want to drink all your coffee. I drank
Oh,
quite a bit of it.
there it is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I didn't even get a refill. Oh well.
I mean,
man.
there's still more there.
It's wasting time in intermission. What the heck?
I know,
This should have
right?
been your coffee time.
So many things happened
But
once
instead
again.
we were like creating music.
I had to go out and move my car, and then he had to move his car out the way. I had to get back in, so
Yeah.
there was just a lot going on.
Man, I'm debating on whether to go out and grab a load tonight. I hate leaving money laying around, but man, I'm so wore out, man.
Yeah.
Last night was man, it was
He was
an
loaded
ass
down.
kicker. It was nuts.
Yeah.
That's the second washer, man. I stopped. I was like, man, I already had the one washer and the mini fridge on there, and I'm thinking, how in the hell am I going to get this up there? Because, I got this bum shoulder. I was like, oh, man. I was like, ain't no way I'm leaving this. And it was falling apart and shit on top of.
Oh, wow.
So I dragged it over, and I got it right to the back of the truck. And I'm standing there looking at it. Dude opens, hey, man, you need help with that? I was like, hell yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
He came out, tossed that bitch up on there. I strapped her down, and down the road I went.
Nice.
That's nice. Shout out that dude.
Thanks, dude.
That shit ain't easy, man. I did a little bit of that, not a lot. But my brother was a scrapper for a while, and my aunt was a heavy scrapper. We've had it in the family.
That's a hustle, man.
Bro, it ain't not easy. And the hot water tanks, I mean.
Well, not only is it not easy, but it ain't like you're driving down the street and every other trash can there's some shit there, or every other dumpster or whatever, man. I put some miles on, bro, like big time. I'm out 4 or 5 hours to get a truckload if I'm lucky.
Wow.
Yeah,
pimping ain't easy.
And then the scrap is going up, but it still ain't like I'm not like getting rich off of it by no means. I'm scraping along. It's just the biggest thing is I ain't got nobody to answer to but myself. If I don't want to go out and make money, then that's my fault.
And people out here are greedy too, even in the game. I mean, everything will be gone by the time you get there.
Yeah, well, that I was just going to say that actually amazes me to the fact that.
Well, I wouldn't be telling them where you go.
I don't say nothing.
Yeah, right.
Well,
I mean, that's a long drive down there. That's part of your drive is because you're so far from around here,
right.
That's far.
But what I was going to say is it's amazing that there's so many scrappers out there and there's still shit out there. It's like...
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I guess
true.
it depends on where you go, though, because, there's some places where you just... Like right here in my neighborhood, there's 3 scrappers that live within 2 blocks of me. There ain't shit around here, bro.
Yeah.
Never. And the one dude, he's got a riding tractor with a trailer, and he's been clear up there to the projects in their dumpsters with this thing. And I'm like, damn, bro, you're killing me.
He rides a tractor?
A riding lawnmower.
So in Minerva, they had to pass
with a trailer on it.
Something or another because there was a guy with
his drunk ass.
Riding his mower everywhere. And he started riding the mower because
I was down there working back in the day.
He had DUIs in his car, so I was like, all right, I'm riding the mower.
Drinking on the mower, yeah.
Yeah, so they passed some laws or rules or whatever they did, so he can't do that.
That's hilarious.
He's a trendsetter, though, that guy. Setting new laws for the township, I guess. But
My family knew this guy that would move things for people, and he would scrap like objects that he could carry. He'd be on a bike, and he could carry a fridge on his shoulders on a bike.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah. And I think if I'm not mistaken, his nickname was Tiny. It's not Tiny, man.
Like Ratchet strap his fridge to his back.
Yeah.
He didn't have no equipment at all, according to what I heard. It's just straight like balance and technique. But
wow.
I wondered if that thing was going to be in the shot.
What?
That thing that holds up the vocal booth curtain.
Right.
The copper rod. That's why I got that black pipe out there. I'm going to exchange that out. I'll probably cash that in. I don't know. I like that, though. Big old chunk of copper. I'll save it and melt it down one day and make a coin or 2.
Copper. Put them in your little vault boxes that you got.
out there with us out there in TV land. Come down there and leave in the chat. Say, what's up?
What's up?
You still with us there, Chris?
I didn't check the chats, but
the track.
The blah blah.
Actually,
over here spinning the fidgets and fidget with spinners.
We were making songs. You guys just didn't see it, kind of.
Yeah.
Collabing, I guess, on at the intermission. That's why Tom didn't get his coffee.
Diddly do.
Oh, let's see.
I could put myself on the spot, but you give me a word, I come up with something.
Yeah. Nope, just acapella.
Acapella. I'll do it and I'll rock the show like Rockefeller.
Cornhole.
Man, don't do the man dirty.
I'm torn, bro.
No, wait. We gotta make it. You have to, whatever the buzzword is or the topic word is. You have to.
I'm torn, bro, because that leads down to the torso, and it talks about more stuff that I don't want to talk about.
Yeah.
I thought I was talking about the game.
Right. What are you talking
bro,
about?
Like cornhole.
Cornhole. Like
sounds
tossing.
like
tossing
raging
the
hormones, and it also rhymes with.
Yeah.
Horns, though, right?
Sure. I couldn't come up with that many rhymes in like a short period of time. So, yeah.
After hearing,
but I can say you got to use
said,
it 3 times in it though. You got to work it in 3 times.
Yeah.
Make it sound good.
Reference it.
Make a chorus out of it. I don't know.
Harry Mack heavily, and Harry Mack, he takes words from everybody at this point, but he used to do 3 words, but he could do like 9 words at this point.
Wow.
And just memorize those and reference them the entire song.
He had to take one of those courses from like when we were kids from the 70s and 80s where you would like count stuff on your fingers to make memory and stuff.
He's an absolute genius.
Yeah.
Shout out Harry Mack. Trying to be on stage with him.
That's what you hope you don't get when you order at a place is some Harry Mack.
Harry Mack. Harry Mac and cheese.
Take your dairy back.
From your Harry back.
Compared to Harry Mack, I could barely rap.
Wow.
He's a scary cat.
With that cheese and crap.
Yo, what up? What up?
Now I know what it's like being around, like growing up around the Cat in the Hat. Just rhyming everything.
Man, yeah.
Yeah.
They do a lot of those videos where they'll read a Dr. Seuss book and rap it. I love that.
Oh, yeah?
It's so good. Yeah. You have to look it up sometime. Read a Dr. Seuss book like a rap, and it's popular, and it works every time. It's like,
I bet it does.
Here come clown feet, Redfoot,
green eggs and ham,
Bluefoot.
Sam I am.
Yeah.
Yeah. It all starts with nursery rhymes, poetry. That's all deep into it, and I focused on the poetic aspect of it. And once I learned the rhyming aspect of it, it was hard to stray away from just a rhyme from a meaningful sentence. And it's like saying, like, I don't know, the light is white or the light is bright. You're describing it and saying something, but you're not referencing anything. Like, you could say, I shine like a light. Then you're referencing, hey, I shine like a light. You just build layers to that. It took me a while to get away from that.
Yeah.
But that's a whole deep thing in itself.
You know, he was saying earlier about that camera kind of being weird, and I just noticed, it's not even centered now that I look at it. I wonder but I turned it to where it's centered, but it's not centered, so which is why the goofy
you got
stuff
the
is
bowling
happening.
angle now, where it kind of like a little bit of the side of the kingpin angled over. Yeah.
You got my big old head with my looking like crap. Oh, the authenticity every time, though. Every time.
Right.
That won't change.
So what the hell else we got going on, kids? What else we doing in this world? Well, and it's Bigfoot now.
Now, how many songs does Gas Band have recorded and waiting for master?
Dude, speaking of which, that dude won't get back at me, so I might have to find somebody else or do it myself.
Yeah.
We got one because we're still waiting on Larry to get the solo done for the one, unless he's going to do Miller's or whatever the shit he's going to do, but
Miller's instead of like Genesee or Pabst or something like that.
Right,
Yeah.
Mr. Mike Miller.
Yeah.
Go to Media Farm 330 to check all that out. Get the updates on the latest.
Yeah.
Come down and get you some lessons, drums, bass, guitar.
Read about the artists. Read about how you can support my journey to America's Got Talent. Thanks to these guys. MediaFarm330.com.
Right.
And you can just donate too down there.
Yeah, you can tip the artist, which I'm trying to get more.
We got to start putting that in the link on this.
Yeah, that's right.
Down in the description.
Yeah. Yep. Well, we can do that.
We got. We're trying to
We're
figure
newbies
this out,
on that.
man.
Yeah.
We got all this new shit going on.
Yeah.
We do still got them T-shirts.
Yeah, I don't have them on the website yet, though. The pictures I took of them looked terrible, and I was like, man, I can't put that on there. It looks. I have to get a different background and lighting to do it.
I gotta iron this for.
Yeah, there was a big questionable stain on the one, so I couldn't really use that.
What was you doing with that T-shirt?
Yeah.
It's funny.
Yeah, I don't know. Smelled like
The
buttermilk
neighbor
too.
lady.
I don't know what was going on.
Buttermilk.
I tried to make my own merch.
Butt
and
turd milk?
I was using the iron-on technique, and it did not work. The letters on it was falling off constantly. After one wash, it was just the same T-shirt it was before I did anything to it.
You know what's wild though? You know what
What?
kills is? Paint kills.
Yeah.
what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So I don't want to go grab it now because I have to get up, but I'll show you when we get done. I actually made a stencil that says crew, and then I did some social parasite ones for us and put them on a shirt, sprayed it, because that shit dries fast too. Did like 3 or 4 coats on it. It's like silk screen, dude.
How do you keep it from with just a stencil from not having, like keeping sharp edges on it, like it would soak in the cloth? You know what I'm saying? When you're spraying that through the stencil and you're making the shape of a letter F or whatever, like how do you get it to not bleed or?
I used a piece of foam. I think I just used a piece of foam and slid the shirt. It was like a block, rectangle block. I slid the shirt over it, put the stencil over top of it, sprayed it, let it dry, sprayed it, let it dry, sprayed it, let it dry, and then just pulled the stencil up. And it's just like spray painting a stencil on a
Yeah, I
building
know,
or
but I'm
whatever.
thinking. I was just thinking that you wouldn't have very crisp edges.
No, it was
on those.
perfect.
Oh, that's crazy.
I didn't do it as heavy, but I had painted on one of my shirts with the stencil that I had to make, I don't know, it was like a poster board or something, just to paint on it to see how that shirt is still standing. I didn't do it heavy, so some of it chipped off, but it does work. I mean, you could just spray paint a shirt and
Well, kills is kind of different than paint. It's like a stain blocker or whatever. But I did one and put like 10 coats because I'm gonna make it really bling, and it was real bright and it was thick, dude. Like,
Right.
and it, surprisingly, I mean, it's
It stood the
amazing.
test
it
of
still
time.
does. It's like I
So,
can't believe it.
Yeah.
We could make cheap shirts with them.
yeah, that's the proper paint for clothing.
Well,
I was
except for
actually
making
gonna-
the stencil couldn't have been easy. Use an X-Acto knife and something. Yeah.
Yeah. Just regular stencils and a X-Acto knife out of a piece of thin like cardboard, like
It looked like the back of
construction paper.
It looked like the back of a
construction board.
'70s boxer's robe, with like the
Yeah.
old school stencil on there.
Hell
like
yeah.
that.
That's what I was going to do, the gas shirts, because it was all,
Yeah.
the block lettering and looking like gas stuff.
I went down to the library to figure out how to do merch down there. They have a free creator space where you can make t-shirts, but you have to bring
Really?
your own vinyl and your own t-shirt in.
Right.
Mm.
But
Well, that
they
makes
have the
sense,
machine to do it.
Like the
Yeah.
press or whatever, the heat press.
They have huge vinyl makers the size of the whole
They let you run it?
Yeah.
I'm surprised there wouldn't be like liability, like if you go in there and burn your finger off and then I'm suing you.
There's a lady in there that kind of supervises everything because it's a small area and it's only open in the hours that she's there. But it is there. I went there to make buttons. You can make 80 buttons a day free.
No shit.
And all I need
You
to
just got to
do.
bring the materials, though, right?
Well, I didn't even need to do that. I had a picture on my phone and I printed it out at the library for free for the stencil and then made the buttons.
Yeah, but the buttons are. Oh, really? They let you.
They had the metal. They had
Oh,
the
no
casings.
shit.
Yeah,
Wow.
they had all kinds of different sizes.
Look
you could
at
make,
you.
too.
Look at the
Wow.
state of you.
So you got 80 free metal buttons.
I still have some buttons. They're on for sale
The
for
scrap
$1.
value on those on the street.
Yeah, right.
Let me
You figure you get
box,
80
I'll
a
let
day
you
at the end of the week. What do you got?
Man, that's I don't know. It might be aluminum too, because
Be
Yeah.
sending your
You know,
buddies in. Oh, just go in there
I
and
had
get
to
some
go
80
in
buttons. What do you
clean
hear?
out this
poor
mechanical
library.
room out there today, and there was some scrappity doodads. One thing was a brand new stainless steel sink, double sink. It's
Yeah.
a shallow one. It's not the deep one. Now, it was still in the box. I thought it was an old sink. I went to pull it out to throw the box away. It's a brand new sink. I told dude, I said, he goes, "Did you scrap the sink?" I was like, "No, actually, I'm gonna put it on Marketplace, see if I can get $25-$30 out of it instead of 3 or 4.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's
It's
what I
brand
do.
new.
I have a beef with sinks. I hate it when, like, I've
Man, I got a
put
beef
houses
with
together,
toilets.
built a house and spec'd it or whatever before, And when I buy houses and there's sinks where you can't put anything in, like, was it really that much more just to get like the next size or two up sink where you could actually do some crap in it? I hate tiny sinks now. You got it takes just as much effort to install it. Like, at least put one that you can freaking use. You know,
Dude, you should see my place. Oh my gosh, the sink I have is stupid small. I mean, to put this cup in there, it would fit, but another cup wouldn't fit. It's small.
wow, you got a Holly Hobby
It's a
version or no?
where the bathroom is, it's like a tucked in area, so it's made to be like that.
That's small,
like a wash
yeah.
sink only for your hands, no dishes or anything like that.
So that's right. You live in a camper. I forgot, down by the river with a dude in a
Under a
van.
bridge.
yeah, totally. You know?
No, wait a minute. You can't fit 2 coffee mugs in your sink?
No,
That's a small ass sink.
it's small, dude.
Yeah.
And we
I didn't
just
know you were in
replaced-
the county still. Did they let you out to come do the?
Damn.
It's what it looked like. And we replaced the faucet on it because the faucet before was right at the edge too. So even to put your hands in was like this.
Yeah.
Now there's a big old loop on it. So
that's
there's
cool.
room in the top, but like not on the side. Nowhere.
That's crazy.
You
Wow.
can't put a pan in there. And
Wow.
yeah, that's tough. But
Right. And my sink at the place I stay is pretty decent size, and I get pissed about it. Like, come on, man. Like,
I
You
do
got all
miss
this
that.
space
Regular
here.
size.
I moved into the bus and I didn't even have a sink. I had the folded up freaking sink before. That's what I thought you was referencing to, was when I lived on a bus, actually.
yeah.
No.
So I gotta replace the garbage disposal. And I had bought one, and it was decent and new. And the guy that wanted to install it said, "Hey, I have one out here. It's pretty badass." And so I ended up taking back the new one, and the one he put in is freaking insane. It's like, I've never seen, like, I have to put a little cover over it when I do it sometimes because I've never seen, I'm putting like tree limbs from the yard in there and just going, meow, like, it's the craziest
This is
garbage
awesome.
disposal. Yeah. You have to throw chicken bones in there, nothing. It just eats right through them. Like, damn, holy smokes.
Man, when I was doing that property maintenance, I can't tell you the shit people put down in them things that they think that them things are supposed to handle. And it's not like, they'll like empty plates, and it's not for that. You know what I
Right,
mean? Like,
sure.
maybe nowadays.
The ones I have would, but yeah,
I was gonna
most
say
of
they're
them
probably
are.
starting to get to that point now because people's, they just dump. Man, you wouldn't believe the shit we had to go through there.
It's like a 1 horsepower Bosch, I think is what it is. And it's like, wow. Hell, I could put that thing on a go-kart and like drive around town with it, like.
You ever see the movie Tucker and Dale versus Evil?
Nope.
Oh man, it's a really great movie. It's about these kids are scared of these hillbillies who are just living life, but they look scary, and that's what they're trying to portray the whole time. And these kids are accidentally killing themselves all over his property, and the one does it by running up behind him to hit him and trips and falls into the wood chipper.
Ouch.
Oh,
He
At
goes,
least you
pulls
didn't
out.
know what happened.
He pulls out the legs. It's just legs. He goes, "You okay?" No, they're not okay.
definitely not.
It's a garbage disposal. It's
Oh,
reminding me of that.
So I had a little bit of this. I bought one of them ready-made chickens from Walmart the other day, and there wasn't nothing left of it but a little bit of shit on the bones, right? So I threw it out for the wild animals out in the yard, trying to see if I could see them on the camera. And the next day it was gone. It was I don't know, it was probably like 11 o'clock, and there was a bunch of crows out there, and I was like, oh, I get to use my crow call. I looked all over this motherfucker for that thing. Could not find it. You know where it was? Right where I put it, right where I looked 3 or 4 times in that cabinet in my room. I swear I looked in it. I got the squirrel call and the deer call, or the crow call, both sitting right there, dude.
Wow.
I was pissed. Like, every time
What's
I
the
really...
chances?
Yeah, every time I look for something, it's right in front of me and I don't see it.
Yeah.
Stupid. Stupid.
So did you see anything on the cam?
Nah.
Bummer.
Nope. I woke up the next morning and it was gone. It's probably a coyote or something come got it.
Yeah.
I've seen a fox a couple times now. Maybe it was that dude.
Foxes are like under the radar survivors.
Uh-huh.
They're in a lot of neighborhoods. They just keep to themselves so they don't get shot, pretty much. So.
I saw that rabid one recently where the dude was feeding it like chicken, and it just reached around his hand and got him. He was like, the quickest way to get rabies. He was just feeding it, and it turned on him instantly. And I was like, whoa.
Yeah,
dang.
that's what people got to remember. They're still wild animals. They're not your pet.
Yep, they're going to take what you're feeding them and bite your ass. Believe that.
It had to have tasted his hand whenever it took a bite, and then it was like, oh, I like that better.
That's still beating.
Yeah. Salty.
Yeah, I come home one night, and I pulled up and was getting ready to back in the driveway, and it come flying out of my yard into that field across the street. Choom, behind that garage back there.
Oh, a fox?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
No
Dang.
red
Yeah.
one. I've seen deer. I've seen everything, really.
Right.
Raccoons, possums.
Yeah, they were posting bear on the Malvern, what is that, Lake Mohawk talk or whatever,
Really?
with people around. Oh,
I
yeah.
don't doubt it. I mean, they are starting to gain back in popular.
Well, they never really left
popularity.
down there. I know people, a couple different people with property. One's off of Fox and 172. They have bear there regularly. And even in, if you're coming through East Canton going towards Robertsville, there's some areas would be on the north side of the road that there's caverns and springs and caves and shit, and they're always back there. In Minerva, they've been known to come downtown and just like show up, like down by the
Hey, what's cracking, y'all? You got some snacks?
Brock Park, yeah, and
Yes, sir.
over where I lived on the other side, we had. Things would get destroyed where there was no camera. Like one time, I had these tents and these other structures up, and at first we just thought the wind must have blown them down. Then when we were trying to clean them up and shit, we were like, "Oh, wait a minute."
Yep.
Like,
Wait a minute.
yeah. So
The
then-
wind doesn't poop.
well, and there was shit bent and torn, and I'm like, I mean, was there giant raccoons? I guess. I mean, the really big ones or something. But then somebody else said, well, the bear comes down that hill over there, and I'm like, the bear? I'm like, yeah, you guys never seen the bear? I'm like, I was walking up the hill from my property one time at night, like 1 a.m, and I swear it sounded like Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom in like this brush. That I was like, man. At one point, I'm like, this is how it's going to go? I'm just going to, like, there was shit getting angry and getting close, and you're in the dark, and it's like, I don't know what all that stuff is out there.
Yeah.
And when I started getting close to the top of the hill, I was like hoofing it. And I was like, all right, I'm getting the hell out of here. But there was one point I thought, it sounded like a pissed off buck, and then unidentifiable growls of shit. I'm just like, what the hell is that?
I get scared of hyenas.
That's some snorts.
all the time because hyenas, coyotes,
Coyotes,
all the time because it's high sighting. I've seen many. I've been in the woods at night where
I don't think there's a
they've
lot of
caught my
coyote
trail.
attacks, is there? In Ohio.
No, I don't
Just
think.
sightings. I saw them plain as day at the Monument Park.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
just
they're
walking out.
before they was a thing, and everybody was like, "Oh my goodness, coyotes! Where are they?" My brother lived in Greentown, right in between Greentown and Uniontown, and there was a little patch of woods, which technically there's a piss stream in the cornfield that's in between his house and the woods, and that piss stream is the start of the Tuscarawas River. It goes up and around through Hartville or whatever, right below Hartville, around and back around. It's pretty wild. But anyway, these little patch of woods was the best squirrel hunting ever, dude. Like me and my dude went out there and we separate. He goes to one side, kind of, and I go to the other side, and we sit down. I mean, we wasn't there probably 5 minutes. Pow! Pow! I'm like, damn. About 5 minutes goes by. Pow, 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 pow! I'm like, what the hell? This dude's killing it. Because he's one of them guys that he don't miss, you know what I mean? So I'm like, damn, this guy's like got 10 squirrels around him. What the hell? And then I'm like, wait for a little while, and he's like, pow! It's like, what the hell, man? So I go over there, here this dude got like 4 squirrels and a coyote.
Oh, shit.
And I was like, damn, dude, you shot the farmer's dog. Because I was like, back then, shit, this was back in like mid-90s. And I was like, dude, you shot the farmer's dog? He's like, nah, man, it's a coyote. It was a skinny, scrawny looking thing, man. That's the only thing I was like,
Mangy coyote.
But I thought it was a wild dog. But it was a trip. He
Not
said,
like there aren't wild dogs around here.
he said he was shooting that squirrel, and then that coyote come running in at him. He said he didn't even see, the coyote didn't see him. He said he's beeline right for him. He shot it right in the shoulder and dropped that bitch.
That's why it was skinny. It was going after him.
I had a bobcat come right at me. As soon as I don't think I would have shot it anyhow, but I just set my gun down to pee, and it was in front of a big mound of there was a hill that was pushed back into the woods, and like all of the stumps and trees and all that shit, they kind of pushed it over the hill, and then over the years crap got on that and it made kind of natural cave, I guess, right there. And you could see, throughout the course of it, different critters were in and out of it at different parts or whatever. But I was staring right at that kind of a opening or whatever, and I'd been back there. I rode by it all the time, and I didn't really see any signs of anything. But it looked prime, like it looked like something would want to live there. And I was always surprised that I didn't see anything. So
right,
I had a 20 gauge shotgun with me, and I set it down and I start taking a whiz, and all of a sudden I see this thing coming right at me. I'm like, ah! But it shot right past me and went down this little lane over to where a field was. I'm like,
9 times out of 10, most wild animals are scared of
Yeah.
you. But did you ever see that one where that dude's getting stalked by that one on that trail?
no.
Yeah, there's a couple of them, but the one dude's got a gun and he's backing up, and he's slowly, and then it finally goes to jump at him, and he's like, pow! He didn't shoot it; he shoots beside it.
Mm-hmm.
It takes off.
That's what he
running.
says. Actually, he aimed at it and he missed. It was, I was just trying to scare it.
Yeah,
That's not the one I
Probably.
saw. I was thinking about one. There he's in like some kind of valley in the mountains, and it was on the rocks. Every time he turned around, it poked its head out, and it was closer and closer and closer as he was walking away.
A
That's the one I
bobcat?
saw.
yeah. And then I think there was a dude on a bike where one was like stalking him or something.
Well, there's no known bobcat attacks in Ohio.
No, this wasn't a bobcat. This was a mountain lion.
Yeah,
It could have
right.
been a mountain. Yeah,
Yeah,
mountain
those will
What
stalk
I'm talking
you.
about.
Yeah,
lion. Yeah.
yeah. The bobcats. When I first learned that I had them on my property, my first instinct was that I
They're
wanted
pretty
to.
small though, bobcats, ain't they?
Yeah, they're bigger than
I mean,
a
I'm
house
not
cat,
really-
but
yeah,
but
I mean,
not
I'm-
by a lot. Yeah.
About the size of a medium-sized dog, kind of. Not quite.
They're not, yeah, like you said, just a big cat that's not fat. Basically, if you took like the biggest, fattest cat, made it a little bit bigger and lean, that's about what size they are. So, I had some on my trail cameras a couple times and didn't realize that's what it was. I just thought it was a domesticated cat, and then after I saw one, I heard one night.
Them things
and,
are wild to hear.
They
them things
sound
scream.
crazy. I'm like, I was smoking a cigar
They'll make you
actually,
shit
and
your
I'm
pants
like,
in the woods if you don't know that's what it is.
I didn't know what it was. I was right outside my house, though, on the edge of the hill going down into the woods in the valley, and I was smoking this cigar, and I hear this thing. I'm like, first I thought it was kids
I
making
thought it
weird
was a
noises.
chupacabra.
Yeah. And then I'm like, what is that, a tropical bird or a
skinwalker or something.
dying rabbit, or what the hell is that noise, And so I actually recorded it, though. I got my phone out and recorded it. And then a guy I know that's a game warden listened to it. And he goes, "Oh, that's a bobcat." I was like, "Oh,
When I over there on 6th Street in Jimmy's old house, I had the bedroom window open one night, and I heard this crazy ass noise, and I couldn't figure out what it was, and I recorded it. Well, here were some baby raccoons making a ruckus, this chatter thing that they do.
Oh, yeah,
I'd
I've
never
heard
heard that, up until
Yeah.
that point.
And when they fight, it sounds insane."
Oh yeah, that too.
Yeah, it sounds like two Asian women fighting or something.
Uh-huh.
Two old Asian ladies.
My buddy was talking about he went out to his car at like 4 o'clock in the morning for work, and he was getting ready to get in his car, and he heard these like dry erase board chalk on
Yeah, nails
board.
on chalk.
Yeah, nails on chalkboard.
Yeah.
Going down. It was super loud and it scared the heck out of me. Turn around, he saw this big fat raccoon sliding down this tree with his claws.
Oh yeah.
He said it scared the crap out of
And the
him.
next day, somebody thought they saw Bigfoot claw marks on the trees.
Yeah, exactly. I pulled up on this dumpster last night and 2 big ass raccoons jumped out of that son of a bitch. I'm glad they jumped out before I got up to it. That would have scared the shit out of me. Boy.
I saw about everything though. I saw martins, which most people don't even know what those are around here, but the ones
Ain't that a
in
car?
no, they're like
Austin Martin.
like a man. I don't even know how to describe it. Like a ferret and a bear cub put together or something. At least the ones. I guess most of them aren't that big, but the one that my neighbor trapped looked like
Here
a
in
bear
Ohio?
cub. Yeah, in Minerva.
One
Yeah,
of
they're
them there
called
snipes.
martins. Yep, look them up.
Did you ever
It's
go
like
snipe hunting?
Snipe? No. That's from Up, ain't it?
Huh?
That's from Up. Snipe, here, snipe.
Yeah.
That's from Up. That's a real thing?
That's a real thing. It's not a real thing, but it is a real thing, but it's not. If that
Okay.
makes any sense. A snipe is actually a real bird, but snipe hunting is not. People take you out and you gotta we gotta put you in the graveyard and you gotta point a flashlight in a bag and they'll come running up in there. And they'll leave you in the graveyard for a while.
What? No, I've never heard of this.
You gotta rattle the bag.
That's like the movie My Boy Spot, where he gets left in the graveyard to catch ghosts, and they just leave him there and lock him in.
that one's pretty skinny, but that's what a martin looks like. So.
Okay, yeah.
You're gonna have to go way up into that sucker. Keep going. And that's
You're right,
weird
that's
because you had your phone straight, but it looked like it was on some kind of
yeah.
weird angle.
Half ferret, half bear looking
I don't
thing.
know. I don't think they're half bear. The ones out by us were
Kind of
huge
looks
because
like
they
a
had
badger more than anything.
they had no natural predators. But one time, the first time we saw one, I was heading down a hill in a truck, and there's an open field next to us, and the brush that I was talking about earlier that had like the snorting animals in it. And my son Nate and I were like, "What the hell is that thing?" And at first I thought it was a giant squirrel. I'm like, "Wait a minute, what is it?" And I stopped the truck, and Nate actually gets out, starts walking towards it, and this thing gets combative, And I'm like, "Whoa!" So I kind of floored the truck a little bit, towards it, and to make it, it ran off. But we looked at each other like we had no idea. Like I'm just sitting there trying to, rule through all the possibilities of what creature we just looked at. But that's what it was. It was a martin.
It's 10:45.
That would be
Yeah.
pretty surprising.
That's right. We didn't kick in till half
yeah.
hour late or whatever because of all the problems.
Well, we can
We should probably call it, I guess.
let Seth take us out with you feeling something over there? Like you was gonna start going earlier, then we got sidetracked.
Wow, I
Want-
could rap.
want me-
The
want me-
people want me to rap?
Want me to play the intro for you to have some music?
Sure.
I don't know if I got. Oh, I actually got. You know what? I got.
You put it in the headphones, right?
Yeah. Hold on one second here. Let me do.
I don't get to hear it though because I got defective headphones. But
No, you can't hear. Oh, you don't even have headphones on.
no, they were like making me feel like I was doing a whippet. Like it was cutting out, and then one speaker would go out. I'm like, wait.
I got Media Farm Beat 1 on there.
Go for it.
I know which one that is.
Yeah. I got 1 and 2 on my phone, I think.
Bring the aisle down.
Who made that? Media Farm Beat 1?
Jimmy made that.
Dr.
Mr.
Boss
Boss
Sample.
Dr. Sample. There you go.
Yeah.
Wait, what was it again?
Dr. Boss Sample. Right?
Boss Doctor.
Doctor. Sample.
Boss Doctor Sample, yeah.
I'm dyslexic.
Boss Doctor Sample.
Boss Dr. Sample.
Yes.
He set the example. And it's lit like a candle. Got styles they can't handle. I better hold on and mantle. Cause I got a lot of ammo. And I tend to kinda ramble. But I hump the track like camels. Yo, I'm on the flow, on the show, you know how it goes. I really want to thank you for joining our little video as we spoke. And the host,
With
and
the
who's-
most.
sitting across, he's the boss with the shades, you know it's Otto and Seath and Tom on the drums, making a hit like a bomb. Vietnam, remain calm, then alarms are going off, and then the harm will get you like the arm is reading out the picture. You get the picture, it's the image in the mind, and it's not written, it's just freestyling off the vision. Yeah.
Right then.
And we got the guitar in the background too.
Yeah.
I forgot Al's back there jamming.
I kind of brought him in too
Sweet.
to go in with a shit there.
Oh, yep.
All right, kids. I guess we're gonna say F it and
Wrap it up.
the
Shut her
hell outta
down.
here. Oh,
Good night,
I
everybody.
guess that would have to be me, huh?
Oh.
I guess I could. I wonder if I could usually do the mouse from here though. One more time before we're out, eh? Why not? Why not?
Why not?
Get yourself a fidget spinner. You'll stop biting your nails.
Thank you for that public service announcement by Seth Bowman.
Oh, it was on the center. Swear to God, it was on the center. All right, I guess I really don't even need them to go by, huh? Oh, it is working. Where's the stop? Right there. All right, everybody. See you next Wednesday.
Yep.
Hopefully, if
Good night,
we don't
everybody.
have problems and all that. Peace. Be kind to one another.